and keep them out. And in the city, build a wall, just defense them. And in the private, household, build the boundary wall. Don't let them get inside. So it's different culture. So Chinese traditional culture is is a agriculture culture. So Chinese people, just like fighting in each other I mean, so, inside, no attempt to attack the other place, It's a very, very interesting, Yeah. Especially everywhere now during the Qing Dynasty, Mongolian people, governed all of China, right? Last dynasty, Cixi, and this dynasty vanished in the 1911. So, lost the dynasty of China, Qing Dynasty. One day in the future, if you visit Beijing, you can learn more about the Qing Dynasty. But anyway, the Qing Dynasty is a Mongolian people govern all this China. In China, major nationalities are Han people, right? Han people, but governed by the Mongolian people, because Mongolian people conquered the Han people. God's power. So built the huge country, including the Mongolians and the China. So from during the Qing Dynasty, China enlarged, because Mongolian territory joined with together. Yeah, more huge. So if you learn the China, 5,000 years ago, so many history stories, so many famous people. When I studied in the school, I really tired of the history. You have to remember a lot of dynasty's name, emperor's name, and officer's name, famous, people's name. So many peoples, so many famous people. So really interesting. Yeah, really, especially in China, most of the people like the stories during the Three Kingdom period. Do you know Three Kingdom period? Yeah, that time took lots of interesting stories. So tomorrow we are going to visit Tang tombs. That tomb is a female empress mausoleum, joint tomb with her husband. In Chinese history, only one emperor, female emperor. So tomorrow we are going to visit her mausoleum. So very interesting. So actually today we are going to visit North Route. So today is Monday. People hard, to go to work. Yeah, go to work. Traffic is good, right?
Yeah.
Because you never been to the Beijing and Shanghai bigger cities, you must. But compared with your countries, it's just so. But and I know compared with Beijing, the big city is much better. Yeah. And the bigger cities, so that's a problem. In China, the traffic situation is not, not good, I think, because so many people, a lot of people don't care the traffic regulation. They go across the street at will, anytime. So that's a problem. Recently, years government try to change this, and but still, lots of people, don't care the traffic regulation. Yeah. So take example, 2 years ago, the government wanted to stop the passengers to go across the street, in every place. So he adopted lots of measures. If find you broken the traffic regulation, you get tickets about 50 yuan for the passengers. But some guys, when we caught them, they said, "No, I have no money. Deal with you. I follow you. Whatever you wanted to do. Okay, doesn't matter." Oh my gosh! So many people. Just leave it to the policeman instead of what should I do? So many people. Yeah, it's really interesting. So China, most population sometimes needs advertised management. What I mean? Yeah. So it's really not easy to control. So also, in China it's 1.3 billion, but most of the people is a farmer, is not educated, well educated. In the future is better. Nowadays, like one family, one kid, parents paid a lot of much money for the new generation education. But my this generation, the elder one, is not well education. Also, is economic reason. So China needs the help, needs to develop. So recent years, I really feel good. Improved lots. Yeah, it's much better. So also, Chinese people, is I think is a shortage or shortcoming is a management about management. There's the government. Needed improved. Their job. So government every year about thousands of the new regulations, law, appeared, adopted, carry on every year. So China will become the better and better. I'm sure, because we learn opened the door of the policy. We learned from lots from the West country. We learned from each other. It's really good. But the Chinese, good, I think it's a good, traditional culture is that a lot of, foreign guests agreed with that, like, respect to your parents, respect the old generations, and take care of kids. The family unit, family relationship kept it well, very good. Because it's a traditional culture, culture. But, in China, take example, if the kids grow up, so parents are responsible for their wedding ceremony charge, the house charge. If parents is ability, he will responsible for everything, new generation everything. But when the parents became old, and the kids responsible for everything. So responsible for each other. The good relationship of family unity is very. So in China nowadays, lots of companies and bigger companies is a family company. Yeah. So you can understand in Hong Kong is Asian cultures. Lots of companies, the family companies. So that's a traditional. So today our driver our bus needed breakfast because we are driving a long way, about 3 hours we will arrive over there. So just a moment. In China, gas is not expensive. If you like, you can buy some. I'm sure it's cheaper than the United States here. Each liter is about 5 yuan. 5 yuan. Dollars, let me see. 60 cents about, 60 cents. Or later, a later.
4.
Gallon, let me see.
4 liters to a gallon.
No, it's like three something. It's like 328, 340 in America.
Okay, we're going to have a 3-hour driving. Here is the Chinese washroom. If you like to try it, it's a 0-star washroom.
Zero what restaurant?
0 stars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you open the door and there's a fucking bush?
I'm not kidding. In Tiananmen Square, next time you visit Beijing in the Forbidden City, you will see a 4-star washroom nearby the Tiananmen Square. We're going to beat up a 5-star washroom. Because why we see the star toilet? Because very beginning when China opened, lots of foreign guests came to China. But Chinese people don't care the washroom. Almost every washroom is messy, dirty. So foreign guests really surprised also. Oh my, bad smell, looks messy, or really thick, over there. The foreign guests complained of that. So later Chinese government decided to change all this. So now we judge the toilet good on bad, give the star like hotel. So when we visited Big White Pagoda, we showed 5-star toilet. Yeah, it's a luxury. You will see that. Yeah.
Jeff, how long do we have to use the restroom? How long's our break till we leave? How long do we have to use the restroom?
Here.
Yeah.
I going now. want to go
Yeah.
washu?
Yeah.
It's not a 5-star washroom, Joe.
I'm gonna use the bathroom to film it too.
Are you going to the washroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the criminal to the court.
Okay, if anyone wanted to go now, please. Because in the other room, there's a formal toilet.
Okay, I can put it here. Yeah. So we need each figure is 10 minutes. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Go ahead, Jen.
So today, we finished, the Yellow Emperor's Mausoleum. Over there, we are going to visit the temple, Yellow Emperor's Temple. So after that, we drive back to the city. We are going to see the Museum of the Stone Tablets. So in the city, yeah.
Go. Much better. Oh yeah.
So this is today's schedule. Tomorrow I plan to go to visit the town tombs and the big white goose pagoda, the 5-star toilet over there. Important to say is pagoda is not toilet. I don't want to talk about that, But I just show you the Chinese surprise, Chinese, also be interesting thing. And yeah, that's our schedule. And I think the rest of the days the weather like this, a little bit cold, especially the hotel last night is inside very warm, right? We got outside very cold. So just I still mention you, take care, don't catch cold. Yeah, don't catch a cold. So also here's a dryer. You feel the dryer, you can see my mouth, is a dryer. So please take more waters. Because especially in winter, they're dry. Wei River, the largest one is Wei River. It's the largest branch of the Yellow River. If you drive from here about 100, have you seen the Yellow River when you came from the Henan province? Yeah, right. You should see that. Yeah.
What province are we in, Joe? What province are we in?
No problem.
Province.
Province.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
Okay, just now we passed by the secondary road of the city of the
17.
secondary road.
17.
So my
what
apartment
province
nearby
are we
here,
in?
this
What's this
area.
one
So
called?
next time, if you have the
What's
time,
this
please
province
visit
called?
this place. Okay.
Shanxi.
Shanxi.
So a little bit far to the city, but here apartment a little bit cheaper, downtown,
Ah,
downtown.
San
So I bought an apartment
San
about in
Florence.
2001. And at that time I got a loan from the bank, from bank. Chinese government encouraged the people buy the apartment. Because in China it's a lot of new buildings, but it's expensive. But Chinese people income is not high. So government encouraged them to buy the apartment. And generally you can get a loan from the bank. The interest percent is about 1%.
What's the average income in China?
China average in China, it's really hard to see. Just now the Xi'an average
traveling
income
Sansi
is
travel
about
pounds.
2,000
Yeah,
or
travel-
3,000 yuan,
travel in
maybe
Sansi
a
pounds.
month, 2,500 yuan. But some guys is very high. Yeah, I have the friends worked high technology development zoo. Each month you can get 10,000 yuan each month. It's a formal salary, so you can get the commissions, the commissions. Oh my gosh, I really admire him. Admire him. It's good. Yeah, it's good. He bought 2 apartments and has a private car.
How many concubines?
I don't know. That's a secret. It just sometimes he said I don't like his concubine. Concubine lots of troubles. I like to find this short time girl like this. Have the talk. Yeah, it's very funny. But yeah. But most of the Chinese people nowadays is open. About we talk about sex. Sex. And in China, in the school and the parents never tell sex.